Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the Third Man Cricket Show. Yet again, it's an exciting encounter between Afghanistan and Scotland as it is match 17 at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And I have got Ankit as well as Mohit alongside me to discuss this game. But, guys, just before we begin, there is something that we want to address from last night's game, that there has been a lot of hatred going around a lot of our players, especially हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि इंडिया के जो फैंस है वो ही इंडिया टीम में किसी प्लेयर्स को कोई प्लेयर्स को टारगेट करके दे आर सेइंग थिंग्स that they should not be saying basically. So I think this really needs to stop, and this is a humble request to every Indian cricket team fan. If you call yourself a fan, guys, this is not what you should be doing. I know that team हारी है तो there will be sentiments, there will be emotions, but a true fan is someone who stands by the team even when the team loses. So I think we need to believe in Team India and they will bounce back strongly. I guess Ankit has to say something about the same as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. See, I don't, don't say that, that criticism nahi hona chahiye, but the criticism part should be always constructive. If you do an constructive criticism, it's good
Hmm.
for the players to take as well. Even they like to know that कि क्या feelings है उनके बारे में, क्या किधर हम सुधर सकते हैं. But because of course fans का भी emotion होता है, और जब cricket की बात होती है, football की बात भी ले लो, तो emotions बहुत बढ़ जाते हैं fans के. And तो कभी एक्सप्रेस करता है कोई कोई नहीं एक्सप्रेस करता है, बट बहुत जरूरी है कि रिस्पेक्ट करो, क्योंकि इन दिस टफ टाइम्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई विल से कि क्रिकेट एक चीज है जो हमें दे इट इज द रीजन फॉर अस टू स्माइल, एंड डोंट फॉरगेट दैट फैक्ट. आई मीन वो लोग क्रिकेट खेले हमारे, वो जो it always gives a reason to smile. Of course, in any house you go, you will see that the match is witness from the family. So I think वो fact को भी ध्यान में रखो कि in this tough time they have given us an source of entertainment, but more than fact that I will just say कि criticism जो है constructive होना चाहिए. And बाकी तो I do agree that emotions बहुत रहते हैं, even especially पाकिस्तान के सामने आप हारते हो, but कोई बात आया. If you look that they played better than us. I mean it's not like कि हम लोग एक
Yes.
बॉल में 2-3 रन चाहिए थे और वो लोग ने बना दिया. With 10 to 12 balls to spare, even not losing a wicket, they deserve to win. I mean we can't say that we had a chance. So I think criticism constructive. So I think that will be good for the Indian team.
Exactly, and what we need to realize is that the players are also human beings. I mean, उनसे भी गलतियां हो सकती है. They are not machines that they will deliver every time they are brought onto the field. So I think we need to be a bit gentle in our criticism. Ankit ने जो कहा वो exactly I completely agree to it, and Mohit will also agree to it. Kaustubh says we support Shami. Yes. The Third Man Cricket Show and the All of India stands by Mohammad Shami. We know that he has been a great asset to the country, and he will continue to be a great asset to the country. Mohit, a word on the same.
Yes, as people, as all of you are saying कि शमी एसेट है हमारे लिए, एंड ये स्ट्रीक कभी ना कभी तो टूटनी थी, बट these are not fans of cricket or the sport. These are fans of result. So अगर गेम हमारे रिजल्ट हमारे फेवर में आता है तो दे हम गले मिलेंगे, एंड रिजल्ट फेवर में नहीं आएगा तो हम गाली देंगे. सो दिस इज नॉट द वे you support the game. Players have some bad day at their office, but this is the point of time we need to show them our support, because if we are celebrating in times of victory, so we need to be there at times of at these times where we are losing matches. So
Yes.
Mohammad Shami also, he has been an asset for us. He has been delivering for India for since past 7 to 8 to 10 years. So I know this is not at all appreciable, and this should be something very offensive.
Exactly, and very rightly mentioned that these are fans of results and these are not fans of the team. So again, we will be going ahead with the pre-match show of this game, but a very very gentle reminder to every fan out there, every person who calls themselves a fan, that you should not be doing abuse to any player out there, not just in an Indian player, but a player of any country, a player of any stature, just because this game has given us everything. This game has given us a lot of happiness, and there are players out there who are trying their best to win the game for their respective countries, and we should criticize, but that criticism should be something constructive, rightly mentioned by Ankit. So we plead you all not to make these kind of statements pointing at any player. If we want to celebrate when the team wins, we have to be there for the team when the team loses as well. So going forward to today's game, guys, Scotland versus Afghanistan. A very interesting fact, a very interesting stat to start with is that both these teams meet after 5 years. So they have played a T20 in 2016, and then directly they play a T20 today. And Afghanistan has won all the 6 times they have played a T20. So I just want to know your first opinions on this stat that Afghanistan coming in with a lot of confidence, beating Scotland all 6 times, but Scotland would also be no less on confidence because of the way they've qualified. So, starting with you, Mohit, and then Ankit, an opinion on the same.
Yes, they have won all of the games, but last game was played, 5 years ago, and 5 years is a long time in this, cricket. So both the sides are entering into this match, with confidence being on the sky. And why shouldn't it be? Scotland, as we know, have won all three out of three of their qualifiers, and Afghanistan, even after losing their, the first warm up game against the Africans, have won the second against the defending champions, as we saw. So
Yeah.
yes, both the teams are playing have played some good cricket. If we talk about in overall, department, be it batting, bowling, and even we have seen a lot of good catches as well in this season so far. So yes, also the match is at Sharjah. The ground is small. That there is some dew factor which will play a major role at the later part of the innings, and small totals, competitive totals. But yes, lot of things to talk upon, and I am expecting a thriller today also.
Exactly. We all are expecting a thriller. And Sanchit says, go Afghanistan. Abhinav is supporting Scotland, it seems. So the support has already began for both the teams. Aman Jain mentions, how are you all? We are very, very fine, Aman. Thank you. And Ankit, coming to you, your opinions on the same.
I think when two countries play, I mean, someone like even we yesterday witnessed Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. We all thought that it may be one of the boring games, but it turned out to be, one of the thrillers. So I think whenever two such teams, small teams meet against each other, I think the game becomes more interesting, and I think that's the speciality of this game. And I think, but looking at the both the teams, I think I don't see any concern as of now because Afghanistan have done well in their warm-up matches and Scotland has done well in their qualifier matches. So I think couple of wins when you start a big tournament is I think a big boost because form in T20 cricket is valuable more than the other two formats. So I think it will be one of the interesting games, and Sharjah being one of the small grounds in terms of dimensions, and but the pitch has been one of the tricky things, and I think the pitch plays more important role I think in Sharjah than the dimensions of the ground. So I think this will be one of the interesting thing, and Sharjah's game have been interesting. I mean, let's accept that fact. But I think I will hope that maybe Afghanistan. I mean, if they start well, I think they played really well in 2016. Even they beated West Indies in 2016 that time, and that was also one of the thriller games. So I think I am hoping for Afghanistan to do well, but I will always hope that Scotland will give that fight back if they are in a bad position in the first innings.
Yes, and even if Afghanistan get onto a good start, there is one player in Scotland whom we are all looking forward to, and it's him in the comment section. As Kaustubh mentions, Chris Greaves is going to be a player to watch out for. I mean, he bats well, he bowls well. He's an very, very he's an asset to the Scotland side, if we may say so. Just a word on the performance that Chris Greaves has given in the qualifiers in the 3 games that Scotland played. I think he is one of the reasons, and his contributions are one of the reasons why Scotland find themselves in the Super 12, I guess.
Yes. I
So
think if you
yes,
look at the yeah,
yeah,
go on.
please carry on. In the first game only against the Bangladesh, as we saw Scotland. So Greaves was the man of the match also, and he was there with bat, he was there with ball. In the remaining 2 games also, he was the economical. He was he gave runs and bowled few economical overs. So yes, he will be the player to watch out for from the Scotland side.
Yes, Ankit, coming to you.
Yeah, I think he will be the player, but I don't want to go in that situation that I want to, respect that player or admire that in couple of matches. I want him to do more productive performances. He has done really well in 2 3 matches, but I don't want to speak on him. I hope that he just continues what he's doing for Scotland. And but with the Afghanistan's batting, if you see, they can play spin well. I think they have got Shahid who can play. Asghar Afghan can bat well, and even I think Rahmat Shah is one of the batsmen who played really in the 2019 World Cup. So I think if this couple of batsmen play well, I think Afghanistan have got a real good team, because they have got 12 overs of spin in form of Rashid, Mujibur Rahman, and Mohammad Nabi. So I think this 12 overs will be one of the deciding factors. But if they bat well, I think they will add that flavor to the squad.
Yes, exactly. Very rightly mentioned. We will come to the spin trio in just a couple of minutes. But Sanchit mentioning a very interesting comment here. We all know that there's an auction going on for the new two teams in the Indian Premier League, and going down to the wire for Ahmedabad franchise as well. Not a walk in the park for Adani. And the source, as he mentions, is Subayan Chakravarti. So we are all looking forward to the two teams that will come in and who will get the rights for those two teams as well. And Kaustubh rightly mentioning that we would love to see some players in the IPL from the associate nations. So we are really looking forward to it. We hope that happens because there are a lot of deserving candidates in the associate nations as well. But Richie Barrington from Scotland has also been in prime touch, batting at number 4. We all know how crucial that position is, and he has been in fine touch against the PNG. He has scored a 70 runs in just 49 deliveries. So just a word on the importance of being in form for a batter who bats at number 4 is really very important, right?
Yes, he has delivered it for both the games against the PNG and the last game against, I guess, Oman, and he was looking in some sublime form also. But Scotland, I guess, uh, played more as a team. Because every other day there was some other player, be it Greaves or Barrington or Davy Cross. And in the last game, we saw the captain Caesar coming in and scoring some crucial runs. So yes, they were playing as a team, and I guess, uh, against Afghanistan, they need to play, because if Afghanistan goes wild, we don't know their batters can do anything.
Yeah, that's true. And Ankit, coming to you, just the importance of a number 4 being in form. I think it really provides balance to the whole team.
Yeah, I think even if you look, I'm not able to, recall the name. I think Erasmus is one of the batsmen, Namibia. So even he did well for Namibia in at that position. So I think Scotland will hope the same, that if he delivers. And I think if you look at as of now, the number 4 position has been one of the trending. Instead of the top 3, because Steve Smith bats at 4, and we have seen that firepower and even the anchor innings from him. So I think Richie Barrington can be the one, and I think even he balls. I think so. Maybe that all-round performance can provide Scotland that extra advantage as the match goes on. And I think I don't know how the Sharjah pitch reacts, but I think it will be spin-friendly move.
Yes, and as you mentioned, the pitch here is the pitch report from Anjum Chopra and Bazid Khan. It was a high scoring game yesterday, they say, but the surface today has a few patches of brown. And the other aspect of this pitch is dimension. So there is one side of the ground which is short. So we do expect batsmen to target that. And when we speak about batsmen targeting a short boundary, all we know is the spin trio that Afghanistan has currently got. So Mujibur Rahman, Rashid Khan, and Mohammad Nabi, a word on the spin trio. And are we looking forward to another inning being dominated by spinners on a Sharjah wicket, guys? Mohit, you're on mute, I guess.
Sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
you can very well see that, because that all the three players are, very well experienced. They have played all over the world, be it IPL, BPL, or every BBL, every other league, and they have a lot of the experience that the team needs. So they need to be the front runners of the team, and the team needs to support them and follow them, because if they are performing well, they will take the team ahead. And also, if I add a stat to it, so if from the last T20 World Cup, Afghanistan have played 36 T20s and they have won 29 of them. So that's almost 80% of them. And if we
Yes,
compare it to Australia, they have also won 29, but they have played 56, 20 more than that. So that completely, it is that Afghanistan have not played against big teams, but they have beaten teams like Bangladesh, West Indies. But
yes.
yes, this team is, uh, uh, you know can do a lot more than what we expect.
Surely, surely, yes. Ankit, coming to you, a word on the spin trio.
I think yes, spin can do well, but again, as I said, that this format has been one of the things that expect the unexpected, and we saw what happened yesterday. That most of us were thinking India will do well, but that's how the quality, can change if any of the two, if any of the team can do well. And I think even today's is I hope that one of the games, the way Sri Lanka Bangladesh went on, maybe 150 will be a really a decent score if the team bats well. And in the defending, I think Afghanistan won't mind that if they go and bat first, because they have that spin department to control in the middle overs, and 12 overs of spin. I think all the three bowlers can bowl in the power play, even in the middle overs, and one of them can bowl in the death overs as well. So I think the spin to win for Afghanistan, but I think Scotland will may upset Afghanistan today.
Yes, and here is the news from the center. Afghanistan have won the toss and they have elected to bat first. So, what do you make of this statement by the Afghanistan captain electing to bat first? Does it imply that he is certain that there is not going to be any dew in the second innings because his team has got the spin trio? It's the three spinners that are in charge of the spin department. So is he implying in a way that he is confident that there won't be any dew in the second innings for his bowlers to be able to grip the ball?
Exactly. If he has taken a decision, then there might be some thinking over that he can't just go and decide to bat first. As we have seen, past 7 matches, the teams are winning chasing, and he is going to bat first. So yes, they he and the management might have given a thought to it, and defending the total with bowlers and good bowlers, good spinners in the team, can be done. But at this point of time, if he has chosen to bat first, then batters need to perform a little bit more, because they need to put a good total at this Sharjah ground. We know the ground is small. They can be a good, it is a tricky pitch, but they need to put a total par above the score.
Exactly. And speaking of the spin trio, guys, there was a performance by Mohammad Nabi not many days ago, bowling 24 deliveries, that is 4 overs, and 22 out of those 24 deliveries were dots. Just conceded 2 runs and took 3 wickets. I don't think I have seen a better bowling performance. In the last few months than this one, and to be able to bowl dot deliveries in a T20 game, I think it is something that is of a great skill, and he just bowls in a simple way. There's no trick in his action. He just comes. He's got a simple action, and he just delivers the ball. But man, 24 balls bowled and 22 out of them being dot balls. 2 runs given, 3 wickets taken. Just a word on Mohammad Nabi. What makes him so lethal? What makes him so special?
I think I said it before. I think one of the best descending order you guys will witness. But that's one of the revolution of spin. I think kudos to all the spinners, because 20 to 25 years back, spin was the factor that batsmen used to think that we can take charge now. But I think as this format has came, and I think we can see that spin is dominating. I won't say dominating, but they have done well looking at the pacers. So I think this has been a good revolution, and I hope such revolutions keep on going. But I think one concern for Mohammad Nabi is how he uses himself. Because if you are a bowler, and if especially you are a captain, at times you get confused at when to use yourself. So I think even at
Yeah.
times it won't be a bit a bad example, but I think Virat Kohli, whenever he thinks of himself as a bowler, he gets confused that when should I use. When Rohit was the captain, Virat bowled 2 overs, and I think one of the confusions for bowler if they are a captain is when they are gonna use themselves. So I think even Gulbadin Naib was the captain of Afghanistan before.
Yes.
Even he used to uh, not give himself lot of overs. Even Shanaka of the Sri Lanka, we can see that even
Hmm.
he bats down the order, even balls hardly couple of overs. So I think Mohammad Nabi has done well in the warm up matches, but I think if he continues the same as the World Cup progresses on, I think Afghanistan can be one of the teams. I mean, let's say that they can be the challenger in the Group B to dominate.
Exactly. And before I come to you, Mohit, there was an exciting statement from the Scotland captain. He said that he's very happy to bowl first, and if he would have won the toss, he would have bowled first. So there's a difference between the two captains reading the pitch. So both the captains have read the pitch differently. So Mohit, coming to you, a word on Mohammad Nabi. Yes, you're on mute, Mohit.
Mohammad Nabi, most experienced player in the Afghanistan squad, along with Rashid Khan, and he has, after getting captaincy, he has used him, a manner in which the team benefits a lot. He is coming in at down the order and scoring those runs, coming in bowling those crucial overs. So yes, depends upon a lot of him on how he bowls and how he uses his bowlers. And yes, he has been an asset for the team.
Yes, and we have the Scotland playing 11 here on the screen below in the comment section. So, guys, do you think, just a quick word on Chris Greaves, do you think he's batting too low in the batting order? He's batting at 7, but do you think, considering his form, he should come up the order at 5 or maybe at 6?
I think it depends, Amog. I mean, if you look that that situation was when Scotland lost a couple of early wickets, and that's why he came at number 7, and we saw his explosive batting and even some maturity in that. Uh,
Hmm.
I think is
Yes.
we saw that maturity in his innings, but I think more of that. I think number 7 is one of the comfortable position. He can stretch that batting 11 for Scotland. But I think one of the things, I hope here on now for the associate teams is that I think they have that potential and they are playing this World Cup. That's why, and एक दिन ऐसा भी आना चाहिए कि that we will be saying कि Scotland are the favorite to win the World Cup, and I hope this days will definitely come soon.
True that. And Mohit, before I come to you, there's a comment by Sanchit that RPSG highest bid at 7,000 crores, and Lucknow, the franchisee of Lucknow, seems to be going to Goenka, the Goenka group. So this is a big statement coming. And here we have the Afghanistan playing 11 as well in front of you. A very interesting stat is that Hazratullah Zazai and Mohammad Shehzad, the opening pair, have been really devastating in their style of opening. They don't seem to settle in the power play and they go all guns blazing. But on the other hand, Josh Davy, the fast bowler from Scotland, is also in prime sizzling form. So it will be a very exciting battle to watch between the Afghanistan batters and the Scottish bowler, Josh Davy. So Mohit, coming to you on this, how excited are you looking at this battle?
Exactly, as we saw against Afghanistan against the South Africans, they were, the pace dismantled them in the beginning. Only the both the openers were gone there for duck, and uh,
Yeah.
we can see it today also. Josh Davy and the other bowlers, as they are performing, as they have performed in the qualifiers, they can carry that momentum. Their speed can, uh, problem the Afghanistan batters a lot. But yes, I'm very watching for looking for a thriller to happen today.
Yes, and Ankit, coming to you, who do you think is the X factor in this Afghanistan side? I think it is obviously one among the three spinners, the spin trio on this Sharjah wicket, especially. But considering that this Sharjah wicket is slowly seem to be changing because Sri Lanka chased a massive total yesterday. Credits to a magnificent inning from Charit Asalanka. But who do you think is the X factor in this side?
I think For a simple reason, I was gonna say Gulbadin Naib, but the problem of Scotland is they don't play spin well. So for that reason, I will go with one of Mujib or Rashid Khan. But I think if they play spin well, and if Afghanistan are in a situation where they need wickets, I think Gulbadin Naib can be that man who will provide them with the bat and with the ball. But again, looking at the batting depth, I don't think that he will bat at number 6 or number 7. I think he bats at number 8 because they have that batting depth in form of Asghar Afghan, Mohammad Nabi. So I don't think that he will bat. But I think if in as a bowler, I think he can do well if Afghanistan are in a situation where they need wickets. Or I think it's a good chance. But I personally want Scotland to win. I mean, one of the it's really one of
Yes.
the loving nations in India as well as of now.
Yes, and the way they have performed in the qualifiers is something that we are really happy to watch as cricket fans overall. So, Sanchit mentioning say hello to Ahmedabad and Lucknow, the new teams in the IPL. So, we can say that gone are the days when IPL used to be consisting of just 8 teams. Now, there are going to be 10 teams contesting for the Indian Premier League, the trophy, and the one of the biggest and celebrated leagues across the country and even in the whole world, if we might say so. It was a pleasure having you here, Mohit and Ankit. We'll join you again for the post-match show. Thank you very much for all the viewers as well. And as we said in the starting of the inning, do not abuse or make comments that are not suitable. In terms of any player representing any country, they are all trying their best to deliver their best for every franchise or every country that they play for. So be a bit respectful, criticize, but make statements that are constructive as well. So thank you very much, guys. We'll join you in the post-match show. Afghanistan have elected to bat first. Let's see how it goes for them. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.